This is Amy Theisen, and it is time once again for another episode of Monthly Metaphysics Mastery, taking a look at the month of February 2025. Thanks for joining me, and remember, you can play along. You can get your personal Bazi chart, your personal Chinese astrology chart, by scanning this QR code, and generate your chart by entering your birth date information. And if you can have it on another mobile device or print it out, as we use it every single month. And you can see how the month might be influencing and affecting you. And then you can make better choices in order to elevate the energy that's affecting you if it's positive, or subdue and help make sure that it doesn't affect you if it happens to be not so positive. For those of you that are first timers here, I'm Amy Theisen. I am a metaphysics consultant and coach. I consider myself an expert in feng shui and destiny analysis, or Bazi. I also have extensive training in strategic date selection and in something called Qinun Dunjia, which is the spiritual influence that we all have, which we talk about a little bit later on. So let's get on with it. And one thing to remember, that I do have some free courses on my website, amytheisen.com. Up in the upper right-hand corner, you will click on free courses and enroll. There is no cost to this. Absolutely no credit card is entered at any time. You can go ahead and get an introduction to that life chart that you just used and printed or received with that QR code on the previous slide. You can find out about 3 aspects, including your personal lifestyle, your day master, and your spiritual aspect, the guardian of destiny. It also helps you understand at a greater detail and deeper level the information that I share today. Again, that's on my website in the upper right-hand corner. I encourage you to take those 3 classes, as they are really great foundational information all about you. So let's talk about this month of February. It is the Earth Tiger, and it also so happens to be the very first month of the snake year. 2025 is the year of the wood snake. And it comes into play at around 10:12 p.m. on February 3rd. Now, many people are like, well, Amy, January 1st is the new year. That's based on the Gregorian calendar. Well, what about Chinese New Year? That's based on the lunar calendar. The actual flip of energy that we use for Chinese astrology or Bazi or destiny analysis actually occurs this year late on February 3rd. Typically, it's on February 4th. This year, it is on February 3rd, a little bit late at night. So if someone is born today, the day I filmed this, on February 3rd, their year of birth would be Dragon, unless they were born after around 10:15, 10:30 on February 3rd. Then they would be born the year of the snake. So the snake is here. We have been influenced by it, even though it hasn't completely settled in until February 3rd, late at night. So for February 4th will be our first full day with this energy. But we have been seeing a lot of things going on in the world that have to do with that energy of the snake. So let's find out what's going to be happening this month with the tiger. The image of the Earth Tiger is a lush green mountain, tree-covered, beautiful, well-defined mountain with lush green trees. Now, the opposite of this would be a very rocky mountain with scraggly single trees trying to dig their roots into the side of this mountain. So the Earth Dragon is very lush. It's usually pretty positive. This year will be interesting based on everything we see with the natal chart of the year of the snake. But the tiger has some things that it's going to be bringing us. The first thing is, and this is going to be like a broken record for the next 12 months, the earth over the tiger, the yang earth over the tiger, which is indicated by this pillar on the screen now, is a clash. It's an earth-wood clash. So you can envision this like a tall tree digging its roots into a cliff or a mountain. And what happens to that dirt happens to the rock, is the roots begin to break up the mountain. And it's really the only thing that can make a mountain disappear, is by vegetation growing on it and slowly eroding, weakening that earth so that it can erode away. This is why we call it a clash. Whenever we have a monthly clash between the element and the animal, know that there's going to be somewhat of a bumpy ride. It's not easy, smooth chi where we can see things clearly. Things will be a little bit cloudy, but it's important, and I'll talk about this in a moment, that we become clear about what we want to see in our own personal lives. So just know this is the first of 12 clashing months, which indicates our year is not going to be exactly very smooth. Here is the 2025 life chart, the Bosy chart of the year. This is what tells us what's going to be happening in 2025. I did 7 hours all about the year of the snake. If you're interested in that, you can visit my website and find the Year of the Snake Summit. I highly encourage subscribing to it. It will be on-demand replay for you. You get 2 charts, your Bosy chart, which is much more expansive than the one you can get with the QR code. And I give you your Chi-Men chart. And it's easily broken down into 3 sections, all about the animals, all about 2025, and then all about the activations, feng shui, spiritual aspects, and personalization to what your year is all about. So this is the new chart. If you've been watching my previous monthly metaphysics mastery sessions, this is a different chart than we looked at in January because, again, the snake year has just come into effect. So with this tiger, the first thing we see is what's called a harm formation. The tiger comes in and harms the snake. Well, what does that mean? A harm is usually something emotional. It's not easy to see. And in reality, it's about being ignorant on something. Something is harming you, but you don't pay attention to it. It can be described as you have the opportunity to be great if you have the courage and the foresight to go in a direction, but instead you settle for good. So this is how it harms you. You don't see, you're ignorant, or you ignore the signs that if you were to do something different or take a different path, you could go from a good relationship to a great relationship, or you could go from a good career to a great career, or you could go from good health to great health if you didn't ignore the things that were going on. So this causes an emotional upheaval. That is what's happening on a global level this month with this harm formation, is people are being ignorant about what is going on. They're ignoring the signs that are becoming more and more obvious, and that they can change their lives or make better decisions for their lives, or that there's something coming that they need to be, or we need to be conscious of in order to take the right steps and choices now to secure our future. So that's the harm formation that we see happening this month of February. Now, we also have, with the natal chart of 2025, something called the heaven and earth combined formation. The yin water of the hour and the yang earth of February, along with the pig of the hour and the tiger of 2025, is in a formation we call heaven combined. So yin earth, yin water and yang earth combined, and the tiger and the pig combined. And when we see this configuration, it talks about how we can be closer to our families, lucky in love, successful and prosperous through partnerships and joint business venture, living a blessed life. What this means is, because of the position in the natal chart of 2025, we could see some smaller companies start to form partnerships of sorts, or small family businesses selling off to other family businesses so the one becomes bigger, or there's some sort of collaborative efforts that are going on. It's actually a nice configuration for once in a chart. And because of what it influences, these are some of the things that we could see. So it also indicates to us in a general population to look for ways to collaborate and partner and to build stronger and more clear communication and ties with our own personal family and work colleagues. Now, we have some auxiliary stars that are influencing us. They're the exact same as last month because now the stars have all shifted. These are energies that affect the different animals. So our auxiliary stars are heavenly virtue. This helps remove obstacles, helps us solve problems. It also helps us find assistance from friends and family and colleagues who can support us when is needed. So it goes along with that formation I just talked about with the combination. And then we have fortune virtue also helps remove obstacles and challenges. And the sentence here that says can turn all bad to good if you're persevering and taking action. What this means is if you see a roadblock or if you have an obstacle that gets in your way, this is not the month to just give up and give in. This is the month to push a little harder, to see if you can solve that problem, to solicit for help and advice. And what might happen is what at first looked like adversity will turn into a path of success and fortune. That's why it's called fortune virtue. So do not give up too soon this month because sometimes beautiful and wonderful things can be disguised as problems and obstacles. Now, our hexagram for this month is called abundance. Everybody loves this hexagram. They think it's one of the best, if not the best, of the 64. A couple of things with this abundance hexagram is first, for those who are ready, opportunities will indeed be everywhere. What do I mean by ready? This abundance hexagram requires clarity. I don't know if you have noticed, but if you ask somebody how they've been or how they're doing, the first thing they say is, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. That is the common theme for the past several years. I'm so busy. Life is going so fast. I'm so busy. The question is, busy doing what? When we want to tap in or use the abundance hexagram to its greatest effect, we need to know exactly what we want in life. We need to have clarity. I want you to take some time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. If it's 10 minutes, maybe take that a couple times and really think about what you want in your life. Think about what you want in your relationship, what you want for your health, what you want for your career, what you want for your finances, what you want for your future, and outline exactly what you want those aspects of your life to look like. And then anything else you want to add in there. And when you are clear on what you want to accomplish or the life that you want to build in all of those areas, that clarity will help you make decisions, actually leverage the energy of this month. Without clarity, you'll be just one of the many who's just busy. But busy doing what? Busy being busy. Just busy doing things over and over and over again with no clear path or direction of where you want to end up. There's a lot of people out there that they just work, and they're not working toward anything. So this isn't just about setting goals. This is about envisioning and visioning for your future. Because once you do that, that gives you the clarity. Oh, will this opportunity take me closer to this vision? Or will this opportunity take me away from it? Will this give me the skills I need to create what I want in my life? Or will it just sidetrack me and distract me? That's what I mean by clarity. So this is all about aligning what's really in your heart, what's in your head, what's you're talking about. If you want a beautiful, happy, blissful, peaceful life, but all you talk about is how everything is against you, that is not building a beautiful, peaceful life. So again, it's aligning your head and your heart and what you're saying and your actions. Are they all in alignment? Then you are someone who's ready to maximize and tap into this hexagram of abundance. This is abundance is a combination of thunder and fire. And fire is all about clarity. And that is obviously, these are very action oriented hexagrams. So our actions need to be in alignment towards the things that we say we really want. So we have to be taking intentioned action, not just action for the sake of being busy, like I've been saying. Abundance is all about fulfillment. It's about when you do something, you feel really fulfilled about it. I know if you're like me, you get something accomplished, but there's really no fulfillment. It's like, well, I just had to get that done. What you're working for this month is feeling fulfilled and like, oh my gosh, I did so much moving me towards my goals and my intentions for the year this month. Everything was aligned. I feel really good about the progress I made. That is the key to this hexagram. All right. Even though this month looks very promising, it doesn't mean that it will be abundant for everyone, because the key or the secret is being clear. There's a lot of people who are in denial out there thinking that what they're doing is in their best interest. Again, they're in denial. That's why I want you to sit and think about looking at what you're doing right now. Is it good for you? Is it supportive of you for your long-term future of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years in the future? And if the answer is not a resounding yes, then you need to sit down and think about how you can make some changes in your life, because the change is being supported this month. So our theme for February is action and clarity. They need to be aligned. And ask yourself, am I doing this? Am I busy just for the sake of being busy? And if that's the case, then get clear and then take decided action forward. Now, you heard me talking a little bit about Chi-Men, and this is the spiritual undertone. This is the Chi-Men chart of 2025, brand new chart from last year. We stay in the same quadrant that we were in January, except everything's switched around because we have a new chart for the year of the snake. So we're looking at the Northeast. There's a couple things going on here. The Northeast is all about negotiations and partnerships. Oh, we've heard partnerships before. We've heard collaborations before already with some of the things that we've been seeing in the Basi chart. So again, this supports negotiations. This supports, you can say arguments, but we'll call them negotiations and discussions, partnerships and collaborations. So we want to be using our connections, and we want to be creating favorable circumstances to growing our own companies or growing our own reach, our own network, our own connections and ties, because that's what's being supported this month. We also need to balance our ambitions with self-care. Again, busy for the sake of being busy will simply result in poor health. So we need to make sure that we are looking for the good of ourselves, our family, our communities, and that brings us to the hexagram. The hexagram starts out as officer, but it changes to fellowship in this circumstance. And fellowship is about everyone in the community contributing, and everyone in the community contributing at the level and the ability that they have for the good of all. If you can keep a focus on that, you will be way ahead of others out there. So now let's talk about some of the personal things that may be going on in your personal Basi chart. So how do you relate to this month? Sorry, I'm getting over whatever's been going around in the world. I've been sick for almost 2 weeks, but doing much better. So we have the Earth Tiger. The month of February is always the Tiger month. This year it is the Yang Earth Tiger. The clash of the February Tiger is the monkey. The harm is the snake. The harmony, which is the combination, is with the pig. And then the triple harmony, the three harmony, is with the tiger, horse, and dog. Now, one of the things I wanted to say a little bit earlier is about the aspect of the snake and the aspect of the tiger and the aspect of the pig. So the snake is the year, the tiger is the month of February, and the pig is located in the hour of the yearly chart. These three animals have something in common in that they're called traveling animals. And this indicates more issues with transportation. For this month in particular, with all of the issues that we've seen with particularly airplanes or flight just in the last week, that is very indicative that the tiger, the snake, and the pig have already taken hold in the world, and this is something that is not going to diminish. It won't be as strong as we go forward in the next couple of months, but it is something that we will see all year. Transportation issues. And when we talk about phenomenon in weather or natural disasters, most of it will be wind related. Even the fires that were in California that did so much destruction were driven by wind. So wind will be a factor in many of the natural disasters that we see this year, and there will be plenty of them, also related to weather, but wind will be one that will keep coming up. So with these clash, harm, harmony, and combinations that we have going on, it means different things depending on your personal chart. So if you use that QR code, this is what your chart looks like that you have. If you've taken classes from me before or did the summit, you have a different chart with the same information. You're looking at the animals of your year, month, day, and hour, and your luck cycle. Now, luck cycles are 10-year period of luck that has another element and animal that influences you. And when those are impacted, the luck cycle is impacted, it expresses a little bit differently than if it were to have an impact in your natal chart in the year, month, day, or hour. So that's where you're looking. You can take a screenshot of this and memorize it. These are the different facets that each one of the year, month, day, and hour animals impacts most closely. And then your luck cycle is related to the opportunities that you see, but other people can see as well. So let's talk about this clash with the monkey. So the tiger and monkey clash is a wood and metal clash. It is actually the monkey clashes the tiger. It's like a big axe chopping at a large tree. This clash is called a blood knife. If you happen to have a monkey in your chart, this is a clash month for you every year. It can bring on heightened emotions. It can bring on some absent-mindedness. It can involve some sort of injury or car accident. It could be that you want something but cannot get it. The way to soften this clash is, number one, be alert. If you are driving or out walking or any type of physical activity, be a little bit more cautious and don't take unnecessary risks. Leave earlier so you don't have to rush and speed. Be more alert at intersections, stop signs, when passing, when driving in general. It's not necessarily that you will cause the accident, but someone may have an accident near you or with you that they may cause. That's why you want to be more alert. It's also a cutting accident. So if you are someone who likes to cook, watch out with wielding your knife as you're chopping, and just slow down and be extra cautious with that too. The way you can also work with a clash is to know that it's time to make some changes. Depending on where it appears in your chart, since it's just a monthly clash, just some small, subtle changes to your life will actually help with this clash energy. And if you are married or if you are dealing with a lot of work colleagues, just know that you will be more emotional and maybe think a little bit longer before you speak, or take some time outs when you feel like the energy is bringing up some things in you that you really don't like, so that you don't say something you will regret later. So again, this is where you're looking for that monkey in your chart in the year, month, day, or hour. It is just under the element at the top. It is labeled in English, so you can see in this one, the year is tiger, the month is snake, the day is rabbit, the hour is dragon. So no monkey in this chart, so therefore no clash. The harm animal is a snake. So just like I mentioned earlier in this video that there is a harm with the entire 2025 chart, so it's a global harm. If you have snake in your chart, you have a harm formation with you. This is typically a lesson in trust. You may have someone betray you. They say they're going to do something and don't. That could be very low level. Or you could be ignoring something. And because you're ignoring it, it is preventing you from becoming a better version or taking full advantage of some sort of successful thing that you could have. This harm also can have you being not informed of something before you take action, so you don't have all the information. So this is slow down and make sure that you are taking a look and making sure that you ask questions or have other people ask questions on your behalf before you take action on something significant. And there's also some accident and injury potential with this harm formation too. So the tiger has both the clash and the harm being some potential for accidents and injuries. Now, our combination is with the pig. Oh, sorry about that. The combination here is with the pig. So tiger and pig are what's called a six harmony. This is a special combination. Sometimes people call them special friends in feng shui. The element that is created is wood. And the pig and the tiger, special friends, they do combine, but they also have a destruction formation. So this is kind of a double-edged sword. It can be very good, it can be very bad, or not, it can be bad. This, if you have it in your chart, if you have a pig in your chart, this month with the tiger gives you this formation, both a harmony and a destruction. It gives you the opportunity to break old patterns, break old habits, rebuild something, change something, destroy something, and make something new. So if there's something in your life you'd like to redo or make better, this is a perfect month to do it if you have that pig in your personal chart. The three harmony animals are dog and horse. So if you have dog and or horse in your chart, you have either the partial three harmony or the full three harmony. So tiger, horse, and dog create the full three harmony. If you have a horse, the tiger this month will form a partial. If you have a dog, the tiger this month will form a partial three harmony. The resulting element is fire. So whatever fire is to you indicates how the month may go for you. So we don't go into that in the monthly metaphysics mastery sessions. However, I do talk about this with my clients. So let's say your fire element is a wealth element for you. That means you could have some great business ideas. So take some action on those, or you could have some unexpected financial gains this month. But what it means when you have either one of these combinations, the six combination with the pig or the three harmony combination, it typically means it's a positive time for you to get out, to network, to build stronger communication and collaboration energy with other people around you. It's to build better relationships and think about ways that you can leverage the people resources you have or the communication that you have with others. Because no one gets through life all by themselves. You need to have other people helping and supporting you, answering questions, mentoring you, guiding you, coaching you, whatever. Now, we also have a formation this month. Ungrateful punishment is what it's called. And this one is formed between the tiger, monkey, and snake. These are all traveling animals. So the only one missing here is the pig, which is in the natal chart. So if you have tiger and or monkey and or snake in your chart, we've already got tiger in the month, so monkey and snake, if you have both of them, you will have what's called an ungrateful punishment. This is a partial punishment this month globally. So it is affecting everyone. Or if you have one of those other animals in your chart, it'll affect you even more. And this represents a lesson in keeping your temper in check. People are going to be more volatile this month, which will be interesting. This can also make you feel like life is being unfair to you, that others have a hidden agenda when they're dealing with you. You might feel like someone has it better, the grass is greener over there, or that you're being taken advantage of or not being appreciated. This is perception. The way you deal with it is to lean into gratitude. My advice this month is to take 30 seconds, a minute every day, and just think about the things you're grateful for. What joyful things, what things brought you joy each day? And you find joy in the little moments. You find gratefulness in the little things in life. Grateful for health, grateful that you have all your fingers, grateful that you have sight, grateful that you have a loving husband or wife, grateful that you have a beautiful place to live. You can look for and find things that bring you joy and things that you're grateful for every single day, and it will go a long way to handling this ungrateful punishment that is affecting the entire world in February of 2025. I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I do have free courses on my website. There's 3 of them. Each of them are about 30 minutes. Head on over there. register for those courses. You even get a free 30-day membership into my I Am Club. The I Am Club is all about intuition and manifestation. We meet once a month and we practice in a safe environment, leaning into and learning about our own personal intuition and how it works and communicates with us. So take those free courses and join me at the next I Am Club, which is on February 5th, this month coming up. It's always the first Wednesday of the month. So let's talk feng shui. We have a brand new flying star chart because it is the beginning of the year. So yay, those of you with the West Life Star of number 7. The 5 yellow has finally left you and moved over to the Northeast. So our 5 is in the Northeast for the year. You'll notice that this month, just like last month, we have doubled up numbers of energy. The numbers are different, however, because the flying star chart has changed. So this month, we want to keep the Northeast quiet. In fact, for the entire year, we want to make sure we're keeping the Northeast of our homes and offices quiet. This means you can use them for the natural things you've always been using that location for. However, no renovation. Don't be hanging new pictures by pounding on the wall, moving furniture in and out. That is to wait until 2026 when the 5 moves out of the Northeast. Pardon me. So let's talk about some good locations. We have Southwest and Southeast. I really like the Southwest this month. It is the 2 star in the Southwest natal chart, and it has the 8. This is all about accumulation and wealth. It's also about building resources for you and also kicking off a really good wealth activation this month that I want to give to you. So in the Southwest, we want to put moving water. So on my screen, I have 2 examples of that. On the left is just a typical office garbage can that you can get at Staples or Home Depot. It's probably about 2 feet tall, maybe 20 inches across, 18 inches across. In the bottom, it looks like a little white square, is a water pump. You will fill this waste basket about 2/3 to close to 3/4 full and turn on that pump so that it agitates the water. And we want the water breaking the surface and actually splashing a little bit. So make sure that you've got covering on the ground and on the walls to make sure it can't splash and harm anything. The other activation is on the right side of the picture. This is a larger water activation. This is an aquarium. It's about 2.5, 3 feet tall, about 2 feet square. I did find this at a company called Petco in my area. You may be able to find something similar on Amazon. We want it deep. The water cannot be covered, so I took the covers off this. I do not have fish in it. It's an activation for water activation. And you'll see the pump is actually moving the water on the surface. You can see the surface is agitated. I use the activation on the left. I move this activation all around my home. It's depending on the month. The one on the right, it has a lot more water in it. I typically leave that one in place for a yearly activation, which I provided in the summit. But this one is an activation for the month of February. It's on February 6th in the Southwest between 3:30 and 5 p.m. your time zone. So it doesn't matter where you live. It has to be between 3:30 and 5 p.m. your time zone. You're going to activate the Southwest with a water activation that's moving. How does that look? You will find your floor plans for your home or your apartment. You will locate the center. Locate the center of your property. You can go to my website into resources. I have a blog on that about finding the center of your property. You will stand in the center with your compass. You can use the compass on your phone, your smartphone. Turn until you find, don't move, turn until you find the Southwest. So I have that indicated in green right up here. This whole area is the Southwest. You can place that water activation anywhere in that area. I like personally to put this activation specifically in the Southwest 3 location. So in this home, you could put it way in the bedroom suite where the blue cloud is, but Southwest 2 and 3 are actually out mostly outside the home. So you could put it where the pink arrow is and you would be in the Southwest 3. So it's not very far off the center, but that is still considered Southwest 3 in this home because it's not in the center. So hopefully that makes sense. That's where you will put that activation on February 6th between 3:30 and 5 p.m. So my final thoughts for you is to remember that fear and anger are some of the emotions, not some, they are the key emotions that will be controlling a lot of people in 2025. If you can control fear and anger in yourself, it's a mindset, it's working with your own inner world, meditation, prayer, focus, whatever you want to call it, bringing yourself to a higher vibration to control fear and anger and anxiety, then you will be able to control the entirety of 2025 because you are the designer of your destiny. So I thank you for attending this monthly metaphysics recording. Have a great month. Welcome to the year of the snake. And again, if you want to know how the snake is going to affect you, I encourage you to subscribe for the on-demand replays of my entire summit, which is about 7 hours of very personalized information for you. So buckle up, snake has begun. It's going to be bumpy, so I hope you tune in each and every month to find out how you can leverage and tap into the energy of our monthly metaphysics mastery. Thanks, y'all. Please like and share this. I'd appreciate it. I'll see you next month.